Hey everyone. What I wanted to do today was read you a book that I really enjoy. This book is really good at context clues. Remember, context clues are what you do when there's a word that you come to and you don't know what it is. You use the context around that word to figure out what that word means. So, in this book, it's called Bologna, Henry P. by John Seiska, and it's illustrated by Lane Smith. In this book, the alien in the book uses different words. So as I'm reading, I want you to think about what those words could mean and use the context around it to figure out what that word could mean. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm not going to show you the pictures until after I read the page because I want you to picture in your mind, visualize what you think is happening in the book. So without further ado, here we go. So this is called Bologna, Henry P. by John Seiska. Last Tuesday morning at 8:37 a.m., Henry P. Bologna was finally late for class once too often. That's it, said Miss Bugscuffle. Permanent lifelong detention. Unless you have one very good and very believable excuse. Well, I would have been exactly on time, said Henry, but I misplaced my trusty Zimulus. Then I found it on my deskie. But someone had put my deskie in a Taraku. The Taraku drove me right here to the Zakula. But, hmm, I wonder what a Zimulus, a deskie, a Taraku, and a Zakula are. Then it drove right past. I grabbed my Zimulus and jumped out. But I jumped smack in the middle of a Razzo launchpad. I wonder what a Razzo is. I used my Zimulus to pop open the escape porto, but it turned out to be a porto into the next Razzo blasting off. Porto. I jammed the Razzo controls with my Zimulus so I could land behind Zakula and still be on time, but I jammed the wrong Batuna and ended up on the planet Astrosis. Batuna. That sounds like a word I know. Astrosis. I entertained the Astro guys with my very funny Pixas. But they decided my Pixas and I would be entertaining to eat. I wonder what Pixas are. I changed their minds with geodrams and cookalations so fantastic they crowned me Canugus of the whole planet. But I forgot the Astrosis word for thank you and accidentally used the word for doof braid. Wonder where geodrams are. Coccolation sounds like a word that I know. Canugus of the whole planet? I foiled their plan to disintegrate me by plunging their blassa with my Zimulus. But they made a new plan to send me back in a sighing flosser to Frakazi Arzakula. I erased the sighing flosser Frakazi instructions, but sighing flosser? Frakazi? I erased the sighing flosser Frakazi instructions, but I also erased the sighing flosser Porto lock and fell out. I dropped like a Uriak. I was only 3 seconds away from Zerplatzen all over the Spielplatz. Not even my trusty Zimulus could save me. Dropping like a Uriak. Zerplatzen all over the Spielplatz. Wonder what those words mean. So what did you do? Said Miss Bugscuffle. How could you possibly save yourself? I suddenly remembered that falling bodies obey the law of gravity. And I haven't learned the law of gravity yet, so I stopped and came to the Sakula. All of which made me exactly 7 minutes late this Amu. Henry P. Bologna, said Miss Bugscuffle, that is unbelievable. But today's assignment is to compose a tall tale. So why don't you sit down and get started writing? I'd love to, said Henry, but I seem to have misplaced my Zimulus. So I hope you followed along and tried to figure out what some of the words meant. Um, I'm going to go ahead and show you the decoder that tells you what the different words are and what they mean. But using your context clues to figure out what makes the word what the word is. So even in this sentence right here, all of which made me exactly 7 minutes late this Amu. In the sentence, I see that it says, it made me late this Amu. And I think to myself, what could Amu mean? Well, when is he usually late, and when did he start telling the story? My guess is Amu means morning. So let's see if I'm right. I am right. If you look at the decoder, maybe, there we go. It tells you what the different words mean and stand for. So I hope you liked my book, and I hope you practiced your context clues. Remember, you can practice context clues anytime you're reading. It's a good practice for understanding what you're reading and trying to figure out what the words mean.